Hi guys, it's Angie Bell, the HerballyHipTarot. How's my HerballyHip tribe doing? This is for entertainment purposes only, and everything we say here is allegedly. Before we get into it, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. If you could hit the bell twice, give me a thumbs up. I think you're going to like it here. All right, before we get right into it, I want to say one thing. Remember, I've told you guys with my cards, sometimes things don't come to me. And I'm honest about it. I say, you know what? This card isn't coming to me right now. And what happened, and it's happened to me ever since I started reading cards. It'll come to me in the middle of the night. It'll come to me a week from now, 2 weeks from now, the next day, the next hour. And a card that came to me last night, I was talking to my husband about this whole Orange Menace thing. And, oh, okay. I was talking to him about, I was listening to a survivor of, I think it was from Epstein or Orange Menace. I think it was Epstein. Yeah, it was a survivor from Epstein. And she said, the thing that was interesting about her, let me just tell you what her name was, just a second. Because I wrote her name down. Her name is Katie Couric. Interviewed her just a few days ago. And her name is Jess Michaels. She calls herself an Epstein survivor. And she said, Katie Couric goes, what do you think is in those, is in the Epstein files? She goes, our testimonies. I know what's in there. She goes, for one, I've gotten in contact with a lot of the of the survivors of Epstein and the Orange Menace, and they have, the FBI has questioned us all. So they have our testimonies. That's what's in there. All of our testimonies for the Orange Menace and Epstein. And so she goes, I know what's in there. She goes, but what I want to know, she goes, is I was told years later by one of the survivors, we're all talking, and she goes, you know, did he tape you? And she goes, what do you mean tape me? She goes, didn't you see videos? Didn't you see a video machine anywhere taping you? She goes, no. And the girl goes, well, then he hid it because he taped everything. He taped everything to get off on it. He taped everything to blackmail people, and to blackmail the girls he was raping to make sure they come back or don't tell. But he never told her about the tapes. But the girls who had been Epstein victims or Orange Menace victims had said, oh yeah, you're taped. So she goes, I believe that the tapes, because when they went to his house, they grabbed the tapes. Just like Puff Daddy had a bunch of tapes. See, they're all in the same sex ring, okay? All in the same cult of ball. She goes, so I believe they also have film and tapes of Epstein and the Orange Menace raping us. That's what she said. I was like, okay, allegedly. So anyway, what I want to say is there's a card in What Lies, I think it's in What Lies Beneath, and it's a card with, let me just look for it. It's a card. Yeah, let's go like this. It's a card of filming. Okay. And my guides told me at this point, that's what this card is meaning for you. And you need to call it that way. This is the tapes. The tapes either by the Orange Menace or Epstein, allegedly. See, this one right here. That's what that is at this point now. Okay? Not the drama, not the action, that the actually taping of the sex acts. Oh, so disgusting. So anyway, wanted to let you guys know about that. Okay. All right, so what are we reading on today? We've got some interesting stuff to read on today. Very interesting. And a lot of, let me see. These were, a lot of this stuff today were messages from my spirit guides of things I need to read on. So we're going to do 2 readings in this session. How did the Orange Menace make his money? And how did the Epstein make his money? And I got with both of them, my guides were like, they didn't make their money. Orange Menace did not make his money in real estate. And Epstein didn't make his money in Wall Street and all these other ridiculous things. There's a reason why the Orange Menace never wanted his taxes shown. Because it would show that he's not rich. Because he didn't report all this money, of course. So, And he didn't make his, I don't believe he made his money from real estate. I believe he made his money blackmailing, just like, and so did Epstein, just like Puff Daddy did. Let's read the cards. Those are some of the messages I got. So, and they said you need to read on this. So let's read. Let's see what the cards have to say and the spirit guides. Okay. I feel like a damn detective. It's crazy. Clear, spirit. How did the Orange Menace make his money? Should I use Mystic Black Rose? No, clear. Should I use Gypsy Oracle? No, clear. Should I use Twin Flame Awakened Path Tarot? No, clear. Should I use Mystic Red Rose Oracle? No, clear. Should I use True Crime? No, clear. Should I use What Lies Beneath? Yes. Okay. Let me see if I should use What Lies Beneath for this one too. Clear, spirit. How did Epstein make his money? Should I use What Lies Beneath for this one also? Yes. Oh, let me just say this. No one has said anything to me, but I just want to say this because I got a message from my guides. I think my guides knew because I read a lot from What Lies Beneath and True Crime. But I asked my guides, and they're the ones who are telling me this. So I did get a message from them, a download about that. They said, look, tell your people, we are choosing the cards that have the messages that you guys need to hear. And right now, your two decks that you need to use are What Lies Beneath for the most part and True Crime, because that's the way we're going to get you guys these messages. So I'm like, okay. So I'm just going to ask them like I always do and let them decide because they're the ones who are guiding me and letting me know what cards to use to get these messages. Okay. So, how did the Orange Menace make his money? Let me shuffle and I'll be right back. Okay, let's get into this. How did the Orange Menace make his money? I don't believe it was real estate. Let me say something else really quick before I read these cards. It's just like this. Remember when he was running for president? That fool, like when Muskrat came in, did you notice how the Orange Menace basically stopped running for president? He knew he was going to win, right? He knew because he knew that Muskrat had his technology and he could make sure that he won. You don't have to vote anymore. Just vote this once, and you will never have to vote again. How he was that one town hall he had. Let's not even have you ask me questions. Let's just dance. And he did his stupid ass dancing and stuff. He didn't care about campaigning anymore. Okay. It's the same way with his businesses. Okay. He bankrupted a whole casino. I don't think he cared because he made his money sex trafficking and raping little girls and blackmailing. Okay. This is what I believe. This is the message I've gotten, but we're going to read cards on it. Allegedly. He filed bankruptcy 7 or 8 times. He didn't seem to care. He does all these things like this. He don't care because that's not how he's making his money. And I believe that's the reason why he doesn't want his taxes shown, because he can't claim any of this money, right? So it's going to look like he really didn't even make anything. And then people are going to ask, how'd you make your money if your taxes show that you barely make anything? All right. Let's read cards and see what the cards have to say. Setting the record straight. That tells us right there. These cards are about to set the record straight of how the Orange Menace makes his money. Fighting for what you love, claiming what's yours. Love is a battlefield. Okay, what I'm getting right here is him doing what he loves. Not fighting for what he loves, doing what he loves. And that's the molesting, raping of little girls and blackmailing people. Allegedly. I hate nothing about you. I'm not sure about this yet. Private relationship. This is Orange Menace and Epstein. And they seem to be, from the things I've been watching, they seem to like always be competing. You know, who can get the little girls? Or who can do more little girls? Who could get more little girls? Excuse my language because this is all disgusting. But it's like they always have like a little competition going with each other. Yeah, he made a lot of bad choices. And look at the girl. She's young. He made a lot of bad choices with underage girls and young women. We've been getting this doing drugs, and now what this means, not Muskrat, this is them giving those little girls drugs. Just like Bill Cosby did, just like Puff Daddy did. And I have asked my guides, and Puff Daddy, Bill Cosby, there's another one. They're all in that cult of ball, allegedly. This is Orange Menace and Epstein drugging girls so that they can rape them or traffic them, allegedly. With this whole situation, something's about to explode. SH is about to pop off in flames. We're going to hear some stuff. And who was just reading? I just heard somebody reading, and they said it is about to go off. This whole thing is about to explode. Don't you guys feel it? Yeah, it's about to explode. And the Orange Menace, he's about to be destroyed, shattered, broken, and effed up. His whole presidency and himself. Okay, so how did the Orange Menace make his money? He made his money with bad choices, and I believe his bad choices were blackmail and raping of little girls and giving them drugs so that he can traffic them. He promoted a lot of fear. Okay, these little girls were scared out of their minds. And doing with the drugs, it's another way of controlling them too. Getting them to do what they want, controlling them. He was very promiscuous. Look how that girl looks. She looks like she's in high school. He was promiscuous with little girls. Sleeping around. Rape with little girls. Getting a room, I call this shady dealings. So yeah, he got his money by doing shady dealings. Okay, we're going to ask a few questions. Clear, Spirit. Did the Orange Menace make his money through real estate? No. He's too damn stupid, okay, to make his money through real estate. All his real estate, with a lot more failures, and the only ones that were successful is because he is a con artist. He was able to sell his name. He wasn't creating all this different real estate. He was just selling his name. Not that hard. And he was able to do that because he's a con artist. He conned people into thinking he's somebody who he's not. Okay. Clear. Spirit. Did the Orange Menace make his money by trafficking underage girls, excuse me? Yes. Clear. Spirit. Did he make money also by trafficking women over the age of 18? Yes. From what I understand, they did both. Okay, underage, it was what they really loved, but they also, women over 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Clear. Spirit. Did the Orange Menace give these young underage girls and the ones over 18? Did he give them drugs? And look how big it's going. Clear. Spirit, were these drugs to control them so that he can make them do whatever he wants them to do? Yes. Clear. Spirit, did the Orange Menace rape underage girls? Yes. Clear. Spirit, did the Orange Menace rape women over 18? Yes. Clear. Spirit, is the Orange Menace a sexual... No, clear. Spirit, is the Orange Menace a serial rapist? Yes. Allegedly. And that came up in my card reading yesterday, that he is a serial, because I had serial killer. And I don't see him being a serial killer. And I said, and then I got two SEX cards, and then that card, serial killer. So I said, is he a serial rapist? And I asked my pendulum, yes. He didn't make his money with no damn real estate, okay? He made his money by trafficking underage girls and women over 18. That's how he made his money. And filming people and blackmailing people. Let's ask about the filming. Clear. Spirit. And the blackmailing. Clear. Spirit. Did the Orange Menace make most of his money by blackmailing people? Yes. Clear. Spirit. Would he set people up and film them? Men. Yes. Clear. Would he film the little girls and blackmail them? Yes. Clear. Spirit, did he make most of his money through blackmailing other men when they were doing these sexual acts with little girls? Yes. Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And I got all this information last night. Between last night and this morning, I was gardening. I was getting downloads like popping off like there was no tomorrow. This is absolutely disgusting. Clear. Spirit, destroyed, shattered, effed up. Is this going to be the Orange Menace's presidency? Yes. Clear. Is this going to be him, period? Him personally? Destroyed? Yes. Good. He deserves to be destroyed. Okay? He destroyed how many little girls' lives? And now adult women. I've been listening to some of these victims, Trump's Orange Menace's victims and Epstein's victims. It is horrific. These women go through hell. Okay? 25, 30, 40 years later, they're still going through hell. They've had to have a lot of therapy. I just have a quick question. I want to ask this. Clear. Spirit. Did Epstein and the Orange Menace, did they like to compete with the little girls? Yeah, they like to compete. These men are disgusting. They make me sick to my stomach. All right, now we're going to see how did Epstein make his money. And I believe it's the same exact way. So let me pause, shuffle the cards, pause, and I'll be right back. Okay, so let's read about Epstein. How did he make his money? Look at this. I shuffled these 8 times, invited them 3, setting the record straight. They both got this card. So we're about to set the record straight with these 2 nasty pedophiles / rapists. And you could say pedophile and rapist, same thing. But yeah, a pedophile is a rapist, but a pedophile is raping children, okay? They also raped women over 18. Anger management. I'm not sure who this is. I mean, everyone's angry. Orange Menace is angry, or Epstein's. Well, Epstein's not angry because he's supposedly dead. But I think this is us. This is the American people and the victims. Jeez, I just got a message. Horrible. The reason that Epstein and the Orange Menace have gotten away with so much, because this is deep. This whole thing is deep. There are politicians involved, entertainers involved, House, Senate, and Supreme Court. And even, I believe, we're going to ask, police, like the FBI. There was a story where I listened to this girl, and her sister were both raped by, I believe it was by Trump. I can't remember if it was Trump or if it was Orange Menace or if it was Epstein. Anyway, I've listened to a lot of these lately, and they went to the FBI, and the FBI. Oh God, there's so many stories. Okay, I believe they went to the FBI and nothing was ever done. Oh, they actually, something was done right before Epstein went to jail, or even before he got convicted the last time, and then he died. They finally contacted them, but it was like 15 years later. They didn't do anything right away. A lot of there's people in the FBI, CIA, all in our government who are into this raping of children, okay, or who are compromised. Hello. And I believe there's police too. So we're going to ask. And that's why they could get away with it. This thing goes deep and wide throughout our country and actually all over the world. It is toxic. Toxic as hell. There have been recordings, tapings of these rapings. Because Epstein liked to do what Orange Menace did. He made his money by blackmailing. I believe he always taped everything, just like Puff Daddy did, just like Orange Menace, taped the sexual acts, taped the rapings of children, and taped them so that they could blackmail these men and get money. And that was the number one way they made money, blackmailing. And then they, had the sex trafficking ring and sold little girls and women over 18. They did both. So you can have your choice of, are you into little girls? Are you into young girls over 18? What the hell? Is this the damn buffet? These men are sick as hell. Sick as hell. This whole thing is going to be one big red lipstick stain on America because America has let this happen. We've been hearing about this. Our FBI, CIA, and all them, they let this go for a long time before they did anything about it. And Epstein's not the only one doing this. How are these men doing this? Let's talk about Bill Cosby. How did Bill Cosby rape women for like 30 years, 40 years before he ever got busted for it? This whole thing of trafficking underage women and women, period, children and boys, is a huge red lipstick stain on this country. The divorce. Now, I wonder if the divorce and breaking contract, is this about the Orange Menace? About us wanting to get rid of him, divorce him, break the contract, get rid of him as president. I believe we'll ask about that. Sexual protection. These little girls were not protected. These little girls were sex trafficked, and women over 18. And that's how he made his money. By sex trafficking these girls. And also, but his main was recording, the recording, so he could blackmail these men. And then he sex trafficked underage girls and women over 18. So we had a nice little buffet of women and little girls. And little boys, what's your choice? This is us. We are so tired of this. And this is what's happened. This is why the change is going to happen. We are tired of listening to this disgusting crap every single day. And knowing that little girls right now, little boys and women are being hurt severely. Okay. Knowing they effed up, and right above it is the divorce, breaking the contract. I think that they're threw this in here about the Orange Menace. Because of all this, because he's doing the same stuff Epstein was doing, he is going to be removed from office. He's going to know he effed up. This is us. We don't want to hear it. And we are tired of this disgusting behavior by Epstein, by the Orange Menace, by men, period, and some women. Look at Maxwell. Let's ask some questions. Clear, Spirit. Did Epstein make money? Clear, Spirit. Did Epstein make most of his money by tape recording people sleeping with underage girls and blackmailing them? Yes, blackmail was the thing. That's what he did. Clear. Spirit. Did Epstein traffic underage girls and women over 18? Yes. Now let's ask this. Clear. Spirit. Are there people in the government, House, Senate, SCOTUS, who are compromised and or either participated in the raping of these underage girls? Look. Yes. Clear. Spirit. Are there FBI and CIA? Are there people that have been compromised or raped underage girls? Yes. Clear. Spirit. Same thing that I just said for the police. Are there police involved in this too that have raped underage girls? Yes. Clear. Are there police that are compromised? Yes. Clear. You guys, this is huger than this election. This election was huge, okay? And we need him out. Yes. He needs to get out. This is huger than Kamala lost the election. And that's the first reason why I started all this, because Kamala, not lost, because Kamala had her election stolen. I thought that was the worst of the things. That's not the worst, okay? The worst is this raping of underage girls and boys. Let me just confirm that. Clear. Spirit. Did the Orange Menace and Epstein, did they traffic underage boys also? Mm-hmm. Disgusting. They're so disgusting. I just want to know about these two cards. Spirit. Clear. Spirit. Knowing they effed up and divorce. Is this about the Orange Menace? Okay. Clear. Spirit. Is this about the Orange Menace knowing he effed up and he's going to get removed? Yes. Okay. That's it with this. Absolutely disgusting. I got this download either last night or this morning. I was getting so many downloads between last night and this morning when I was gardening. It was amazing. And it said you need to read on how did Orange Menace make his money? How did Epstein make his money? And you need to, and also they're saying, also you need to find out who's involved. Well, we just did. Allegedly. All right, you guys, that is it for this one. Lord help us. That is it for this one. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. If you can give this video a thumbs up, comments or questions, leave them below. Anything you want me to read on, leave it below. You guys, please do something to make yourself happy. because we're going through it. We're listening and hearing some horrific things every minute, every hour of the day. It's horrible. Love, peace, and happiness. And I will talk to you guys in my next video. I got a couple more videos. All right. Bye, guys.